let's talk about something. Let's talk about the art of unlearning. Because on these spiritual videos, we're really just taking man's principles and inverting it and putting it in the perspective of the higher, more vast frequency. And that requires a union, a collective. And how am I going to bring you a message that you deserve to hear, that you deserve to receive, without you actually believing or knowing that you deserve it? You know? Because when I was unlearning certain spiritual mental forms via the military, I wasn't really unlearning shit by rebelling against it. I was just learning how to use it for myself, or the lower animalistic qualities of those energies. Because I'm Aquarius moon, so Uranus is being original and authentic. And so when you get the overly rebellious individual, you get that person that's using the lower animalistic natures, or the more higher spiritual nature. That's what we mean by shifts in reverse. Because a man-made idea will have all these backed and supported ideas and morals, and using your mental form for you, because you're not using it yourself. And so it has you thinking you're doing some godly mission. But then when a spiritual person revolts against that, then it's seen as rebellion. Like, no, we're stripping away all the man-made things. If you have nothing to relate to down here, then you have no choice but for it to be spiritual. And that's what I'm talking about, the art of unlearning some shit. You don't just empty a bucket, because when you're pouring it out, see where you're pouring it out, it's a bias in the direction, to the crowd, to what you're wearing. It's all a bias of how you want to be seen. And it's not necessarily anything wrong with that, as long as you're self-aware of that, so that you can hit the target audience of those that really deserve it, or really know and feel that they deserve it. Because when you see that you deserve something, it opens you, well, I don't want to say open, because that's making you vulnerable. It unlocks a chamber, a chapter that now you can receive it in the way that you can utilize it in the way that it's, either like weaponized, or more accurately suited and applicable to your situation and scenario. So the art of unlearning is actually relearning a whole new broadened perspective, and not just trying to dump it into the areas that you believe, because you're not just, like I said, having faith in imagination. You're imagining that something that it's not. And so you're still in turn doing it in the way of how you learned it to be. So in unlearning, it takes relearning from ground one. And that's generally the message, is unlearning takes relearning. And relearning takes self-discipline, opening it up to new knowledge, pushing out, the old knowledge, holding space, saving space, being the bucket or being the drop for, the wisdom that you're learning to go into that space is holding space, saving space. Not necessarily pushing shit out to make space, but you're holding that whole broadened perspective of there being a lot that is able to be learned from a situation. Let me check. She's asleep. Time to go back. Read my book. But that's just a short message I wanted to bring to y'all. Shout out, see through the lies. When you're unlearning something, you're holding space from something. And you're learning something else. You're not just ditching what you have learned, because that's still a bias to the target audience, to the clothes you wear and where you're directing that energy and that rebellious energy. Like being unique and original, your authentic self. When you feel and you see and you know that you deserve a message, that unlocks a chamber for you to receive that message, and you receive the perspectives to where it's not just, okay, I can reteach this, or I can teach myself this, and that's going to fix all of my relationships, all of my goals and aspirations. No, it's you as a spirit knowing that you are holding a space within space. As a spirit being a space within space, when you are holding space, when you project the image and you don't fall into that world, then you are holding space for that other image, and you are able to utilize this energy to be applicable and things of that nature. And I was just thinking about that because man-made principles is based solely off of everything in the environment that you can see, taste, touch, hear. So basically things within your root chakra, security, safety, stability, instincts, and things in your sacral chakra, a portion of things in your sacral chakra, because that's where you're using your sexual energy, your creative energy. But, men is just pulling concepts from the higher dimensions down and applying it to things in the surroundings, like I just mentioned. So when you're sharing this good godly knowledge, you are taking what's from the environment and stripping it down of everything to its bare nothingness. And that's when it is seen as callous, because it's carnal to them, because it's primal, as primordial spirits. So it's like as above, so below, everything's reversed. The alpha males and everything are predators. They know they're predators because they have all these spiritual concepts. But, they're using everything in this environment, in their world, in this world, they're alphas. But in the higher realms, they're esoteric predators, because they know that this is the base form of spirituality. And they don't want y'all to even get past the base form of spirituality. Because when you get past the base form, then you realize that none of this shit even fucking, matters. Literally, matters. Like physical manifestation. That's why when you manifest, a lot of the times you're not manifesting a specific items. You're manifesting a situation or a scenario or a person that is a bridge, or that is a conduit or a vessel that you're traveling along that road with, that you manifest hella wisdoms and experiences and teachings and knowledge, that when you finally get that one thing that you were trying to divide and solely put your energy on, it's just that object. The feeling isn't as much as you were going to make it to be in comparison to the charts of your experiences. So that's when I'm talking about unlearning or indoctrinating yourself, becoming indoctrinated and unlearning. Because that's what the experience was for me. I was learning so much new shit, but then I found some soul energy to put my energy into, and you're just doing it through a different lens. You're doing what you've always been doing, just through rose-colored glasses, acting like you're not doing what you're doing. But really, you have to shed everything, even the art of teaching, going into the soulness. But I don't want to talk too much, because you hear these birds singing, it's so beautiful. That walk seemed a lot longer, but whatever. So I'm about to get off of here. Thank you for tuning in. Because I'm just really, I think of quality over quantity is my whole shtick. When it comes to me, I share it.